Hello, everyone. This is Daniel, and I had a interesting revelation today. No vision, but I chat with God, and you know, I don't know if this is what God said, but it's funny about our vision. It's not the speed of light. Our vision, like I said, is not the speed of light. However, the speed of light is when the light touches the earth, touches everything, and the light that comes from the sun or a candle, whatever it is, that's the speed of light. But our vision is definitely not the speed of light. I know this is very confusing, but stay with me for a little bit. If you look up and look at the stars, let's say if you look at the Milky Way, why does it turn out that way it does when you look at the Milky Way? Well, why does it look like the actual Milky Way instead of looking like just stars? And if you actually look at the sun, it just stays there, right? It doesn't move. Same thing with God. Basically, our vision is spiritual. Everything that has vision is spiritual because if you really think about it, nothing is as it seems. Because when people say, "Oh, our vision is like the speed of light," it really is not. And the fact is, the radio waves also can only go so far from, let's say, the telescope. It can only go so far from the electronics telescope. And you might figure out a little bit later that you see the edge of the galaxy, and it turns out that it's not a ball. It's just space matter. It's actually just matter of space. And the funny thing is, it's just the space comes from some sort of boiler, where the boiler is, things like that. And it's like a furnace where all that comes from. So there has to be some sort of furnace to create the space. So basically, after that, there's also less stars, but there's also an equal amount of stars in the center, and then there's less stars at the edge. And there's also gases at the edge. So we're pointing only a certain direction, but at the edges, at both edges, there's gases. At the top and bottom, there's gases. Okay. So those are not just beginning of that's not the beginning of space or the edge or the end of space. That's actually just sometimes it's just the starting of space. Sometimes it's just the end of space. Things like that cause gas. And let me tell you something very interesting. So, like I said, if you're wondering, look at look at space if you can, and look at the sun if you can. Not too far, not too for not too long. And tell me, is that instant looking at the sun? Is it instant looking at the moon? Is it instant looking at the stars? Or does the stars move and the sun move, or anything like that move like several hours after you look at it, or the moon? Something seems off, doesn't it? So if you're looking at the scientific way of looking at stars and like speed of light, then you're thinking, well, the speed of light is based off of our vision, which it really isn't. And if you're wondering, okay, what about the sun? What about instantaneous looking at the sun? Well, it's not really what the sun is all about. It's all about the instantaneous looking at all of the things that move like a spiritual eye. Sometimes you're not seeing the right thing when it comes to technology, which is not spiritual eye, which is basically people guessing. It's all the guesswork of NASA. Ever hear of rocket science? NASA is only doing guesswork of how fast our vision can go. Then there's the speed of sound, which is almost nonsense. And then there's also, speed of light is basically faster than Earth. But if you look at the sun, it does not move like an hour later. Our vision is instant. Remember that. Alright, I'll be done now, okay? Bye.